Some trophy hunters pay big bucks for the right buck. With the roe rut just around the corner, I've been up to the Lake District to find out just what you need to get a great roebuck on your own ground. Is it just luck with a bit of mineral-rich soil sprinkled on top for good measure? Steve Pymm is the top deer stalker in these parts.
Greystoke is producing medal heads now on a regular basis and has been doing for the last 5 years. There's a lot of, or used to be a hell of a lot of deer at Greystoke, and if not managed properly then the quality deteriorates.
We've been to Greystoke before when we first started Fieldsports Channel back in 2009. We have recorded a huge carcass weight of animals since then, but this was our first deer. I'm going all sentimental. Steve has taken an unsentimental approach to the deer at Greystoke, and it has yielded results. It's the big problem with bringing on roe deer. They are selective feeders and eat small quantities of a wide variety of plant types. They like highly nutritious plants, especially tree shoots, arable crops and the contents of flower and vegetable gardens. The bucks also use lots of calcium to grow their antlers each year, so the best management technique for a healthy roe population is to find a farm, a forest and lots of allotments on chalky soil where nobody is allowed to cull the deer except you. Then bring down the numbers so the remaining animals stay healthy and produce healthy young. That's pretty well what Steve's done. A drive around reveals the extent of the estate at Greystoke. It used to have a large fallow population and once boasted the longest deer wall in the country, a 10-foot high dry stone wall. It's a sultry early July day, so with no animals to be seen, it's off to the other estate.
We're at Melfell, close to Troutbeck. This ground in front of us has just been replanted.
For Steve, Melfell is going to be a tougher prospect than Greystoke. The conifer plantations mean feeding is poor for the roe deer, so the quality of animals will be poorer.
You can see they're taking out timber further up the forest block, and as it's being taken out, it's literally being replanted, so consequently the owners are very concerned about deer damage.
Steve has a traditional approach to deer stalking.
We've got some high seats, and at certain times of the year it can be the only way of taking the deer. But the preference is to stalk. Some of the winter days can be on the does or the hinds can be challenging. Longish sort of days on rough open ground, where often at this time of the year, especially coming up to the roe rut, the stalking is a little bit easier, especially if the bucks are cooperative. Yeah.
We stop looking for deer as it gets dark.
I can think of 1,000 different excuses, and you could probably add to it as well. At the end of the day, it's very quiet for the roe at the moment, and there's so much cover. You know, even if you're right next to them, you can't see them. And tonight's been a prime example. They're certainly not standing out in the fields. So try again next time.
Steve, a bit disappointed there, but hey, that's deer stalking. If you would like to find out more about deer stalking with Steve, email him wildgame@hotmail.co.uk, or you can now go and grow your own.